I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this.
Taehyung, hey beautiful, how are you? He asked with coming inside the house. Mrs. Chen, I'm hot as always, my son, she said while winking at him. Mr. Chen, Chakia, you two start this again? Mrs. Chen, why? Is there any problem? She asked while staring at him. He gulped and shook his head as no. Taehyung, where is she, mom? Mrs. Chen, that sleepy head is still sleeping. Taehyung, okay, he walked towards your room. He entered the room and a smile formed on his lips. Taehyung, cute. He chuckled seeing you who's sleeping like a baby with a puffy face and pouty lips. Hugging a huge teddy, he walked towards your bed and lay beside you. Taehyung, babe, you, where? Taehyung, we are running late for office. Get up now. You, 5 more minutes, please. You turn around to face him and snuggle in his. He smiled and pulled you by your and hugged you while caressing your back. Mrs. Chen, are you sure you two are not dating? She asked while looking at both of you. You, mom, please, not again. You said while sitting on the bed with your half-open eyes. I'm not gonna date him. He never let me sleep. You said in a babyish tone and walked towards the bathroom, making them giggle at your cuteness. Lisa, why you smile as you see her running up to you, give her a hug with her arms open. Lisa, you are coming too late. I thought you wouldn't come. You laughed. Taehyung walked to his friend who was staring at him angrily. Jimin, you are running late again, Taehyung, and because of you, our basketball practice has been delayed once more. He said while giving him I'm so done look. Taehyung, how many times I have to told you guys, don't wait for me. First I go to pick YN. After that I came to college. Nothing is more important to me than YN. He said while looking at you who was standing with Lisa. Jimin, why don't you two start dating to each other when your all actions are like a boyfriend and girlfriend? Girl, yeah, why are you forcing our Uppa to date? One of Taehyung's fangirl yelled at Jimin. Girl too. Yes, what's the matter? Why are you bothering our Uppa? They all held back their laughter when she yelled at Jimin. Yes, girls, I am with you. Jimin Young wants your Taehyung Uppa to date YN. He laughed after adding a oil in. Girl, guys, leave a message in our group from now on that Jimin Uppa is out of our favorite Uppa list. This is your punishment, Uppa, she said while looking at Jimin. Jimin, this is the best punishment I ever received, he mumbled. Lisa, YN came here. You, where? Lisa, I want to show you something. You, I will come in 5 minutes. Lisa is calling me. You said to Taehyung, who is talking to his friend. He nodded and smiled. You, I was sitting with Lisa. She was showing me something on her phone when our teacher came to class with a new student with him. Teacher, class, pay attention. Introduce yourself now, he said to that new student. Hello friends, my name is Arya. Please take care of me. She bowed her head. Teacher, good. Go sit where you say empty seat. She looked for a second and leaving her all empty seat, she walked straight and sat next to Taehyung. Taehyung, sorry but my friend is already seated here. Please go and sit somewhere else, he said while looking at her with his cold expression. Then he again looked straight. Arya, but I didn't see anywhere here, so I took a seat, and now this is my seat, she said, sitting down. Wanna be my friend? She asked while poking Taehyung's arm. Taehyung, who they allow you to touch me? He said, making a loud sound as he banged his fist on the table. Teacher, Taehyung, what are you doing? Jimin. Nothing, sir. A mosquito was Taehyung's So Taehyung, that mosquito on the table. You, I could clearly see anger in Taehyung's eyes. That's why I sit with him to control this angry bear who got angry at small things. He was looking at me as if I did something. Gestured him to not do anything. He shut his eyes in frustration. Yunkia, did you see how that girl touched our Uppa's hand with her? We must now deal with her as well, she said, being frustrated. Junkia, up until this point, we had a hard time tolerating that Vian who could constantly clinging to our Uppa. Now, how will we handle the other one? Now go and sit somewhere else and don't even think of arguing. No one can sit in my Vian place. You came towards him, you. I laugh at his word. I held his hand and brought him out of the class with me. He looked like a kid who was fighting with his enemy for this seat. The entire class was staring at me, wondering how I was able to control him always and how he let me hold his hand. Jimin, that's why I said that you both look like a boyfriend girlfriend. See how Vian can control your angry. Kyonga give him a. Jimin laughed nervously. Lisa, don't talk too much or else he will without thinking twice. They all start laughing and walked towards the canteen. You were all eating lunch in canteen when Arya arrived and took a seat next to Taehyung. You and Taehyung were seated in front of Jimin, Lisa and Jungkook. Arya, what's going on? Why are you all staring at me like this? Or is it against the rule to take a seat on an empty seat? Lisa, in the entire canteen, more than a half seat are empty and you only got this place to sit. Lisa asked while raising her eyebrow. Arya, so what? Are not we friends? She looked at Jimin as if she asked him. Jimin, no, I mean I can't be. I'm shy type. Why don't you talk to our international playboy? He said, pointing to Jungkook. Jungkook, me? International playboy? Lisa, we are happy five. We don't need anyone else. You. Lisa, let her sit. Taehyung, let's go guys for a match, he said while getting up. You came to the basketball court after having your lunch, okay? He said to you while wiping your nude while showing your food. They went out. Lisa, they left 13 minutes early, he said while staring at Arya. Arya, so why are you staring at me as if they leave because of me? Anyway, Vian, right? You look at her. Your name is Vian. You seem close to that Taehyung. Are you too? You cut her off. You, mind your own business. Don't try to get into my nerves. I have been ignoring you since the morning. It's better for you to stay away. Let's go, Lisa. You and Lisa were enjoying the basketball match. The match was going between Jack and Taehyung team, and most of the girls were cheering for Taehyung. Jack never liked Taehyung because once upon a time he was the school bad boy Heartthrob, but Taehyung still used title after his admission. But still many girls crazy over the Jack, but not more than our Taehyung. Jack, Vian, he shouted your name. Everyone looked at you. He passed a flying kiss and said, I'm going to do this goal for you. Can you be my girlfriend after this? You got shocked to hear his word. You look at Taehyung. He is giving a gaze to Jack. I will him. How dare he to propose my Vian? Jungkook, try to control your anger. You have already received 2 warnings, and if you do anything, they all rusticate you. We are in a basketball. Taehyung, I don't care about anything. How dare he look at my Vian? He threw a ball at Jack and ran towards him and hard, which made his nose. Jack wiped his nose and back to Taehyung. Coach, what the hell is going on? This is a basketball match, not a fighting match. Jimin, nothing sir. Again mosquito tried to bite Taehyung, so Taehyung Lee teacher, okay Jimin, as you said. Jimin dragged Taehyung out of the court. I went to boy changing room. I was worried about Tionga. I saw his angry face that time. I don't want him to do anything wrong in anger, because of which teacher cut his name from the basketball team. As soon as I entered the locker room, I noticed Jack was also present there. I was going towards the Tionga, but Jack stopped me by holding my hand and sat down on his knees in front of me. Jack, will you be my girlfriend? He asked while looking at Tionga with smirk. You yank his hand and run away from there. Tionga come towards Jack and Tionga, I gave you many warnings, did not I? Jack was on the floor. Tionga was on him while holding his collar. Jack, does it hurt? You too should know how it feels when someone take away your things, like you took away my fame from me. Jimin, Tionga, leave him, go to YN. Tionga left the last before getting up. You were walking with lost in thought. You run out from there that time without saying, because you think if you refused him or did anything it could cause more problem, because you know the level of Tionga's anger. Then Tionga stopped you by holding your hand. He turned you around and tightened his grip on your hand and asked, Tionga, why don't you refuse him? He said while gritting his teeth. Tionga, babe, listen. Oh God, Tionga, you made her cry. Jimin, I think you left your mind in the changing room. Why are you taking out Jack's anger on YN? What is her fault? Tionga, Jimin, you didn't see that she did not refuse Jack's proposal. Jimin, she did what she felt was right at that time because of you, because of your anger. If she had refused Jack, he may have done something else like force her to accept his proposal, and that's make you more angry. Tionga, he hit his fist after realizing what he had just done. Jungkook, what will you do? She will not talk to you now. Remember once you ate her food and she ignored you for a whole week because of this? Today you shouted at her, that too without reason. Tionga, I know what to do. Today she will be mine or she will. Jimin, what are you going to do? As soon as I walked in the classroom, I noticed Arya was sitting with Tionga on my seat. I was shocked to see it. I was already in a bad mood, and seeing her sitting in my place made it worse. I went to her and said, You, move away from my seat. Tionga looked at you, who was sitting beside her, and again looked back to Jimin. Arya, no. Tionga has told me I can sit here. You in mine. I was surprised to hear her. Then I look at Tionga. What is she saying? You look at him with so anger in your eyes. I ask you something, Tionga. You told her that she can sit next to you. Have you forgotten this is my seat? He looked at you as if nothing happened. You, you got cut by your teacher. Teacher, everyone take your seat fast. I was enjoying seeing my baby all run because of jealousy. She is so jealous right now. I can feel her gaze at me. She was sitting with Lisa in next row. She called me 2 or 3 times, but I ignored. Yes, I love her and I all know she loves me too, but she never gets jealous with my fangirls. Like today my boils when Jack proposed to her, like this girl proposed to me every day. So why doesn't she burn? Today for the first time I saw jealousy in her eyes. I was putting stuff in my bag when I saw Tionga going out of the class with Arya. He neither looked at me nor called me with him. I don't know why my heart hurts so much, as if someone has in my heart. He is my best friend. Why he giving her importance? If Jack proposed to me, that's not my fault. Tionga, you came out and stopped him. He turned and looked at you, and him in response. When we are going home, you look at him and asked. He was already looking at you with his cold expression. Taehyung, why? Do you have some work? If yes, you can go home on your own today. Right now I'm busy. You ain't mine. For the first time he talked to me in this tone. You got cut, Arya. Uppa, let's go, she said while holding Taehyung's hand. You in mine. I feel as if my heart stopped beating. I couldn't bear more than that. You nodded your head while controlling your tears and went from there because you are going to burst out. Tionga, I could clearly see the jealousy on her face. I feel bad for her too, but now she must have understood how I feel when Jack proposed to her in front of everyone. When I noticed tears in Vian's eyes, I was about to step towards her, but Arya held my hand and Vian ran away. I ran after her without wasting a second. Chonga, grab your hand and stop you. You can't run away from me, baby. He came in front of you. Please leave my hand, you said while trying to free your hand from his grip. Well, tears are falling from your eyes. Tai, let's go home, princess. No, I don't want to go with you. Go to your Arya. You were hitting his hand. He giggled. Tai, how many times I have to tell you? No one is more important to me than you, he said with pulling you close to him. I saw that today. No one is more important than me, you said while looking at him with your teary wet eyes. I saw today how important I am in your life. You gave her permission to sit in my place. You ignored me because of her. Also, she held your hand. You laughed with her. Now you got angry. You let her to get close to you. She held your hand. How can you allow someone to touch you when you are mine? Taehyung, that's it. He hugged you tightly. Leave me. You start hitting his back. I hate you. Taehyung, I love you too, he said while tightening his grip. No, I said I hate you. You pull out from hug. I'm going to say yes to Jack. Jimmy and Alyssa, yeah, you two get a room. They both sat together when they saw you two while standing in a corridor. You both pulled back and looked each other's eyes while joining foreheads. Taehyung, I want more. I don't know how I have been controlled all those years.